Good morning, good morning. So, 2nd of January 2024. Are you setting a goal for this year? Are you setting New Year's resolutions? Well, it may be a shock to learn that 92% of people that set New Year's goals and resolutions, well, completely fail. And it doesn't have to be that way. Uh, I want to talk to you this morning about my goals, well, my New Year's resolution and why that is different and what it might mean for you. So, let's just start by considering what we mean by a goal and what we mean by setting a goal and how we're going to actually achieve that goal. So when most people set a New Year's resolution, they come to the this is a new year. It's got to be a new me. I want to do things differently. I want to give up smoking. I want to cut down on the amount of drink I have. I want to increase the amount of exercise. These are the sorts of things that quite commonly get done in a New Year's resolution. And they make some sort of a statement to the effect, and then maybe they join the gym. Maybe they actually start to buy patches and things like that to help them overcome their nicotine habit, whatever it is. And a couple of weeks later, it's all gone. It's disappeared. They've stopped going to the gym. They went a couple of times, of course, but it became easier to sort of say, no, I've got other things to do today. I can't make it to the gym. Or the craving they had for the cigarette. Just one more. Just one won't hurt, will it? And eventually, 2-3 weeks later, maybe a month, maybe it goes on for a month, possibly even 6 weeks. But after that, it's gone. And the whole notion of wanting to increase their fitness levels, wanting to lose weight, wanting to cut out smoking, it's disappeared altogether. Now, I've set a New Year's resolution, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But let me first of all say, this is relating to goals I've already set. So I set goals associated with my business and ultimately associated with my life, because your business, your career is inextricably linked to your life. So you can't set goals in isolation. You have to set them together. It's no good going, I want to get fit, but I want my career to do this and I want something else to do that, because they may conflict. And so you have to create goals in such a way that they work together and enhance each other. And so your fitness regime is part of your career aspirations, is part of what you want to do with your life, etc., etc. So when you're setting goals, it's no good just setting something in isolation. It's about the holistic approach to goal setting. But let's go on to, I mean, that's another subject really. For the moment, with what we're doing today, if I set a goal in relating to my career, that by a certain period of time I want to have achieved a certain level of business, I want to have achieved a certain level of revenue, I want to have achieved a certain level of growth, whatever it is, then that's all well and good. How do we go about achieving that? That comes to my New Year's resolution. You see, if you just set a goal, it's just a meaningless target. It's sort of like putting a statement there and going, that's what I want to do, and that's it. And then a month later, no, I still want to do that, but I haven't got round to it yet. I haven't got there yet. I don't think I'm making the progress. And then that's it. And you come back another month later and go, no, it's not going to make this, am I? It's not going to happen. And the reason for that is because when you're setting goals, then you have to have a few other things in place to make sure. And that brings me to my New Year's resolution. Why? So, let's see if I can if I can explain this properly. Just going for a goal is meaningless. If you can attach something to that goal that is meaningful, then there is much more chance that you're going to reach it. So why do I want to achieve my goal? Why do I want to get to where I want to get to in my business? What will it mean for me? And as part of my framework, I actually apply what's termed a multi-level deep why approach to goal setting. So what we're doing is saying, is not just asking why you want to do it once. We ask 5, 6, 7 times, why do you want to do it? And why is so if I said I want to achieve my business, I want my business to be successful. Why do you want your business to be successful? Well, I want to etc etc, and you break it down and you break it down and you break it down, and at one point, and it's usually level 5, it may be level 6, could be level 4, but it's that sort of area. It breaks into the emotional attachment that you have to achieving those goals. Take your body, your health. Why do I want to get fitter? What is it? If you just sort of say, well, I want to lose weight, I want to, I want to be able to do more with my life. Well, okay, why do you want to be able to? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to be able to do more with your life? And if you can attach it to something that's really important to you, for example, well, I want to see my kids grow up, and I want to be part of their lives going forward as long as I possibly can. Then you're starting to attach an emotional connection to it, and suddenly things start to click into place. The next sort of stage on from there, once you've established the emotional connection, and that's an important point, but that all comes with when I set my goals back in September. So what have I set a New Year's resolution for now is about how am I actually going to make sure that I am making the progress necessary? How am I going to drive myself to do that? I've got my emotional attachment. I know why I want to do it. So what is it that is going to help me to actually achieve it? And that's what this New Year's resolution is all about. And it's down to vision. And I'm not talking about setting a vision board. It's an interesting tool. It can work for some people, but I'm talking about building a deep-seated visualization of what it's going to mean for you to have achieved those goals. So picture yourself in, for my case, July 2024, which is the point at which I want to have achieved a certain level of business for my. What's that going to mean for me? How is that going to change the way I feel? What will I feel like? What will it mean to me? What will I feel? What will have happened? What will it mean to the people that are around me? How have I impacted people's lives, and so on and so forth? And I created. I'll give you a couple of notes from it. So in June 2024, I'm getting ready to come in for the coming week, feeling like I'm in control of my life and my business. My course is selling, and from it I have a flow of consultancy clients, more than I can handle. And I've got consultants working for me, etc., etc. And I break it down exactly what it is happening, and then we break down exactly what it is feeling, what the feeling is. And my New Year's resolution is that I'm going to look at this daily. Not just look at it, but feel it daily. I'm going to immerse myself in what it means to have achieved my goal. Not what I have to do to achieve it, but what it means to have already achieved it. How do I feel? What's the emotional? What does it enable me to do? What does it enable for my family? Who am I How am I impacting people? And you look at it as though it has already happened. And I mean, I've picked this up from multiple sources of people who talk about goal setting and about achieving success in your life. And I've incorporated it into my life, and I've incorporated it into the framework for my business, for Careers Consultancy Revolution. So why is it important to do this, and how frequently? Well, daily. What I plan to do, and I have done it to some extent, but I'm going to do it more rigorously, is that each day I'm going to spend 10 or 15 minutes in the morning reflecting upon my goal, reflecting upon the visualization of that goal, feeling it, getting into the emotion of it. I will review what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. And at the end of the day, I'll review what I've achieved and how that's moved me forward, and set the plan for the next day. And you do this, you do that planning detail daily and weekly. So you do a smaller plan for the day and a larger plan for the next week. So on Friday, you set up what you're going to achieve for the week after, and what that's going to mean. And then daily, you immerse yourself. It's a mindfulness exercise. But it's not just about goals, it is mindfulness. It's also about the quality of your life. It's also about what you have to be appreciative of, what is good, what is changing, what impact you're having, and reflecting on this. So it is a daily mental stimulation exercise. It puts you in control of your life, and it helps you to reflect effectively on where you intend getting to. Does it work? Yes, it works. Why does it work? Well, it works because we've got fantastic brains which are set to make these things work. There's a system, I'm never going to get the pronunciation of this right without going and looking it up. It's called RAS, the Reticular Activating System. It's an old part of the brain. I believe it's. I mean, I'm not an anatomist or a brain surgeon or anything like that, but it's. I believe it's the part of your brain that deals with fight and flight and things like that, and that it is the part of your brain that helps you, if you like, to actually achieve what it is that you believe, or that's not the right way of putting it. So if you believe so, if you feel something has happened, then your RAS accepts that it's a fact. So and doesn't distinguish between what's real and what you're feeling and envisaging. And what it basically means is that it believes your brain begins to believe what you are saying on a daily basis is happening, even though it's in the future. And it actually, the effect of that is that it moves you towards that point, if you like. Your brain actually takes over to make it true, is a better way. And I'm no expert on this by any stretch of the imagination. If you want to learn more about this, Tony Robbins talks an awful lot about it in a number of his works, and it's really well worth going and watching what Tony Robbins has got to say on the whole subject of the reticular activating system. But there's also another feature of the brain which is important, and that is a process called neuroplasticity, which is a process that your brain will actually create new patterns. So if you do something on a daily basis, and you continuously do it in a way that it is a fact, then your brain becomes patternized, if for want of a better way of describing it, through neurons in your brain firing a certain way and taking on a new pattern. So you can create a new reality, a new you, if you like, a new way of believing. So you can change your old thought patterns, you can change your old beliefs into new beliefs. So and this is all part of making sure that you achieve those goals that you've set for yourself. And my New Year's resolution is about making this happen on a daily basis. I want it to become habitual. Somebody says somewhere that if you do something 21 days consecutively, it's a habit. It's not. But it's the point is that you keep doing it day after day after day. And it becomes a part of who you are to do it. And if you do it like that, if you work this into your routine, it becomes an integral part of you, and you will find that you are naturally gravitating towards reaching your goals. So you're patterning your mind on what it is you want to achieve, what it feels like to get there, how it's going to make an impact on your life, and you're doing this daily, and it's driving you forward. So that's my New Year's resolution, that I'm going to take a daily activity to effectively set my mind to what I want to achieve, and therefore move towards achieving that. Now, it's also a fluid thing, and I can talk to you about this in a lot more detail if we have a conversation. It's a fluid thing because goals change, motivation change, life changes, and so therefore there can be an evolution in the whole process. But it is important that you do this daily, and slowly but surely everything will move in the right direction, and you will start realizing the goals that you really want to achieve. In the description of this video, there's a link that you can in fact book a 20-minute session with me, and we can discuss this in more detail, and we can discuss your career and your career aspirations in more detail. So I'm James Foster. This is the Careers Mastery Revolution, and I will be live again on Thursday at 8:45. Thanks very much.